What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be discussing a debate we had on and off camera. We're finally going to put it official. Is Superman truly too powerful? Y'all let me know what y'all think right after this.
The great debate, people. Is Superman overpowered? We're going to start this off with our boy Anthony here. He's going to let you know where he stands in this great debate.
Alright, so the way we're going to do this is, I'm going to give you mine, they're going to give you your answer, and then we'll debate the start. So my answer is yes, Superman is overpowered. He's been overpowered for an abnormal amount of time. It's like unnecessary. When it first came out, it was fine. Now it's got to the point where he's making up new powers. For what? Don't know. Wow, I don't know. Like, you got a thing called the solar flare where all his energy come out and like a nuclear bomb and it just go. What do you need Superman to be a nuclear bomb for? It's unnecessary. Sheesh. His villains are too strong because he's got to get stronger when they get stronger.
That's the way comic works.
Yeah, I was about to say it sounds.
Like, so all his villains should be.
Sounds like
So all his villains are villains that when they come together, if that villain shows up, it should be a team united trying to overcome that villain. Not just him showing up in one-on-one. Like, you're destroying cities when you're fighting.
There's always casualties when you fight. And
Wow. That's what
is there not? Is there not?
Yeah, that's what my issue coming at.
Metropolis has to have the greatest construction jobs of all time because they're always working.
No bull. They're breaking in the money.
It sounds like Chicago. Chicago is, it's got a lot of jobs available.
No, this has way more jobs. They were like, all right, man. So once the next Superman fight, I should be able to make anywhere to $2 to $3 million of reconstruction.
Guarantee, hey.
And I'm like, every company is saying that, not just one guy.
Sounds like a lot of people are benefiting from Superman.
And a lot of people are dying because of these buildings are going down.
Metropolis should be bankrupt with all of the reconstruction. They should be bankrupt.
They should be ran by. Yeah.
There's money. Money has a way of working itself out.
Yeah. For the 1%.
Yeah, right. For the one, it must be Lex. Must be paying for it.
A lot of people are getting hired. Those buildings aren't building themselves by one person. It takes a lot of people.
Or they be outsourcing the work.
Somebody's still getting hired.
Again, I'm talking. He's too powerful.
We're not. It just sounds like he was helping build a job market. Sound like it.
Wow, you really stretching that one out.
That's right. You started it.
Yeah, don't.
Oh my God! All right, let's get back on topic.
As you can hear, I am for the fact that I am in the belief that he is not overpowered. He is just Superman. He's just a superhero. He's a superhero.
The other superheroes are not strong. They're not as powerful.
The quintessential superhero, Superman. He's the second best superhero in all the comics.
Who's the first?
Black Panther, Wakanda
Who
Forever.
can win against Black Panther and Superman?
Ooh, where are they? That's a topic for another time. It's a topic for another time.
Man, that's a good shot. That's a good shot.
It was and everything. Black Panther will come up with a way. He will. He will. And Al,
I'm in the middle. In the movie, I think he was way too overpowered. Where everything he did, it was like a joke. No. It was to me, it was like a joke. It was you're just in my way. Whereas in the comics, he gets hurt. He's gotten hurt
all the time. He's died.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't die. He just got beat really bad.
He
didn't die.
Technically, his heart was slowed to a level where no one really heard. So they thought.
You want to talk about the New 52? Then that wasn't even the real Superman. Apparently,
yeah, it wasn't.
So don't even try that one either.
But it just feels like in the comics, his villains, they have a shot. But from looking at this movie, no one has any shot.
Except for God.
Except for God.
Exactly. I said Zod. I didn't say God.
Right.
I said Zod.
And that's the only reason it's Zod is because he's the same person. And in the end, Zod still lost. And Superman wasn't even hurt. They were going through buildings, they were going through everything. And
his feelings were hurt dramatically.
His feelings?
His feelings were
emotional. He
got the girl too.
He went to emotional.
He got the girl.
Oh my gosh, a person who is not known as a killer, and all of a sudden he had to do the ultimate sacrifice.
It was either kill one man or kill the whole family that he was going to burn up.
and he took that and he took.
Oh no, let's be real.
step.
In the movie, they didn't even establish that he wasn't a killer like that.
That's true. He killed all those people going through all those buildings. We saw it with Batman versus Superman.
I didn't see not one person get killed when he flew to that building.
Batman versus Superman.
So you saying that building
I
was
didn't
empty?
see any, and I'm assuming.
So in Batman vs Superman, when they showed that same exact fight, and he's flying through buildings, you see people on the floor above it falling to their death.
I didn't see nobody fall.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
Are you serious?
Wow.
He called
They
his
definitely didn't show
friend
that.
in there,
They
and
definitely
he was,
didn't show that.
They should when it back just like I was about
They
to say.
showed
when it-
debris and everything.
No. When they were fighting Batman vs Superman, and they showed when
Batman told his friend to get out.
Yeah.
And he called him.
Like everybody said believe it, and then you see lasers going through the building where he was at, and then he starts praying. That wasn't him dying?
That might have been.
Might have been. So if you think about it, Superman,
Yeah,
what
but
about all the
like-
people that died with his battle against
I
Zod?
don't think it was wearing my glasses.
Uh-huh.
That might have been it and everything.
Uh-huh.
That might have been.
So,
okay.
that's where I'm at.
So we're going to start off with Anthony. Go ahead and let us. We're going to do a different kind of debate style where we're going to go down the line and we're going to let Anthony give at least one reason why he thinks Superman's overpowered. I'm going to give my reason why that I don't believe that's true, and then we're going to let Al try to get in the middle of that. It's going to be, he's got the toughest part where he's trying to decide whether or not that's a good reason to say that Superman is overpowered, or it's not a good reason to say Superman's overpowered, or it is in the middle where he needed it's a reason why he was overpowered at that particular point. Start us off.
All right, Anthony. All right, so my perspective, like, you have the Justice League, right? And Zack Snyder even said this when they said, why'd you kill Superman in Batman vs. Superman? Like, well, I believe if Superman's going out to recruit superheroes, people would just say, oh yeah, I want to fight with Superman. I'm going to be all right. There's nobody's really questioning whether they should do it or not. So Superman is already seen as this abnormally great hero in, I guess, 2 movies or so, I don't know. But his villains, the one he should be fighting, like when Mongul comes down, or not General Zod, because that's just really Superman versus Superman, or Darkseid comes, because that's legitimately started out as a Superman villain. When they come down, that's villains where you be like, if I take Superman out, how is somebody going to form a team, a group of heroes going to come together and defeat this man? Because that is the best part about being a superhero, in my opinion, is when the superhero has to overcome odds that are better, that are greater than what greater than what he is, and he still finds a way to come and win. Superman has no odds, and if those odds do come up, then it's just Superman gets even more powerful. He finds some new power or something to defeat those odds. When is he actually going to ever overcome something where it was like a little bit of him had to die for the win? For instance, one of my favorite superheroes of all time is Batman. Batman, when he fights any villain, even with any amount of power, he's overcoming that villain's power because he has none of his own. He's using his intellect and his fighting skills. That's it. Superman is just, oh, you hit me, I'm gonna hit you a little harder. Oh, you hit me harder than that, I'm gonna hit you a little harder. It's just keep going back and forth. And then he finally gets hit something too hard. That's fine. I got a new power. You didn't know about this. Solar flare.
Really gets Solar Flare. Really gets you.
No, okay. So what's the difference? What's the difference between Batman fighting a villain and, let's say, Scarecrow, and then him within that time frame coming up with a brand new cure for it, that whatever the toxic or serum is, and instead of him coming up with the cure, Superman comes up with a new power. It's not a difference.
Because the way when Batman goes to cure, he has to take whatever that serum is, or whatever the touch subject is, extract that the serum or whatever, and then run tests. He's actually going to fix the problem. He run tests, come up with a different combination to try to neutralize that cure. Superman just out of nowhere develops a new power. All Batman doing is using his research and his brain that he always had.
But
he's already had.
You don't know the maximum. First of all, Superman is an alien, So you can't sit there and say you know everything there is to know about this alien race and everything.
But martial manhunters have never developed.
We don't care. We're not talking about martial manhunters. You're not.
And some of the powers that he has,
they're not the same characters.
Some of the powers he has, Supergirl doesn't have. They're the same bloodline.
She hasn't developed them yet. She hasn't developed all her powers that Superman has. It's just like when they introduced her, she was still learning everything everything about her powers and stuff. She's in a new environment. She hasn't been pushed to the level that Superman has been pushed to. She hasn't dealt with the stuff that Superman has dealt with, and he's been put in situations just like Batman's been put in situations where you got to step it up. And as the symbol of hope, you've got to develop something new. You've got to step it up to the next level.
You're not really overcoming nothing.
He did overcome it. He overcame it. It just so happened that he got a new power in the process.
So now, the next time he fights a villain, they got to be even more powerful than that villain before him.
They don't have to be.
Because then what's the point of fighting? Like, Superman shows up, you already know you lost.
And then villains need to just stop what they're doing, but that doesn't stop.
Come on, man. That stopped the whole
That doesn't stop Lex Luthor from testing him every time. Lex Luthor steps his game up every time he fights him and everything. And every time he comes up with a new power, Lex Luthor comes up with a new way to defeat him and everything. Lex Luthor has put him through the ringer on many occasions, and he has overcame those every single occasion. And Lex Luthor is a human, and he always comes up with a way to put Superman down. And Superman fights through and overcomes that every single time. And he comes at him in every direction. He's come at him with viruses. He's come at him with mind games. He's come at him with hiring mercenaries. Lex Luthor
hire a mercenary.
It does. He's coming at him in every way he knows possible. Al, let us know. You're the in-between man. What do you think of him having to fight Superman, having to fight overpowered villains like Mongul, or villains that a normal power people that are equal to power to him, like in the movie where it took a team, but you don't need a team when it's him.
Right. So what's the point of having teams like the Justice League then?
Al,
what is the question?
Who's right? Who's right?
I'm gonna keep it real. Both of y'all actually do have valid points. I mean, and to your point, he has to evolve. He has to evolve to get better. But then it kind of messes up the point where his biggest enemy is Lex Luthor, who is a normal human. And kind of like in Batman vs. Superman, where Batman gave him, probably could have killed him.
Yeah, could have.
Yeah, so it's...
But now, all the kryptonite in Batman vs. Superman is gone.
Yeah.
So now there's nothing to stop Superman.
You don't know that. Lex Luthor does not like him and will come up with a way to manipulate the situation, which is why Lex Luthor has always been his villain and everything.
Yeah, but what happens when Lex Luthor is gone? Because Superman will apparently outlive Lex Luthor by a very long time.
When that situation comes up, the comic books will let you know how.
They've already came up with that.
Okay.
And there's nothing to say. You just gotta wait for Superman to die.
You don't gotta wait. For what? For what? Then villains need to start being villains then. He's a symbol of hope. Stop being bad. Stop being bad. Stop coming out here and testing this man. Okay? That's basically what he's there for.
You can say that about Batman and Gotham. You know he's gonna stop you. Stop doing
nobody.
You can say that about anybody, any situation, period.
I think
to
what he's saying is, the difference is, you know you can't stop Superman.
You know.
Whereas Batman, you think you have a shot.
Everybody, and they keep coming at him. Everybody.
To be real, this is.
For instance, Batman cannot stop
Superman.
No, not Superman. Deadshot.
A lot of Superman's villains, Batman can't stop.
Deadshot, for instance. For 1 point, Deadshot. Like, he actually had to pay Deadshot off. All right, look, I can't stop you from killing. You're too good. I'm gonna here's another large amount of money to stop. If Superman showed up, he'll just come up, fly you out. Anywhere you go, you're in jail. That's it. This is it. That's it.
This is why that's why you can't compare Batman and Superman. They're two different.
But I'm saying, for instance, you can even Green Lantern. Green Lantern, if you take away his ring, he's just a normal man, and then his ring has limitations based upon him. And even then, if he gets a little better, it's still based. He still has to recharge the thing, the ring. And Spider-Man, you can say all you want about Spider-Man, but some of his better stories, like, all right, he ran out of web fluid. How's he gonna get out of this situation?
Right.
Yes, there's stuff for him to overcome. Superman, how's he gonna overcome this? oh, we're just gonna write him a new power.
He's got.
Come on, man.
He's got. That's only in like one. It's only happened
It
a
seems
couple
like-
of times.
No, but it's happened before because
But
he
it
didn't always
happened
start out. For instance, he didn't always start out flying. He just been able to jump tall
Yeah,
buildings.
that's true.
Now he can fly.
I'm
He
sorry
didn't
that
always.
he evolved
He
the
can
character.
run as
It's
fast.
not my fault that they evolved the
Right.
character.
Yeah,
Now
you
he's
right.
fast as flash.
It's
Yeah.
okay that they can evolve. It's okay if you want to evolve the character. The character wants to go through. He wants more in life. Like you get smarter by learning more and gaining more knowledge. He gained more as life went on.
Yeah, but now he gained too. I think he's gained too much.
You think he's gained too much, but he hasn't because he still has things he has to overcome.
Like
There's still
what?
villains that can test him. Darkseid's still around that can test him. Darkseid is about to currently in the comics right now. Darkseid is growing again. He was a baby at one point. Now he's going back and everything. There's no telling how powerful Darkseid will get
Or
by
he
the
could
time
be
he
the same
gets
amount
to
of
the
power.
thing. No, you don't know that because you know why?
We don't know anything. So
We don't. We
So
don't.
now you're just speculating. So you're speculating he gets more powerful. I'm speculating he could be less powerful.
You
or
are.
just the same.
You've been speculating. Look here. All I know is the man is a symbol of hope.
can be a symbol of hope
the
without
symbol of hope.
being
You got to be.
overpowerful.
He's not overpowered. He's as powerful as the situation needs him to be. That's exactly it. Nothing else. Nothing more. The situation needs him to be the most powerful.
So
person.
why does he need to join the team like the Justice League?
Why not? Everybody
Because
needs
if you
help.
all-
They showed that he
But if you-
needed. They showed that he needed help. He couldn't do it all by himself. He couldn't. Cyborg was. Look, we gotta do this here. Cyborg was the one who broke down the cube and everything, and was the one who went in there and separated the cubes to the point to where he separated them just enough to where he needed Superman to help him. There was civilians that were out there, and that Flash couldn't get all the civilians by himself. Superman came out there and helped with the civilians.
Superman did a lot.
That's what makes me say
Aquaman and Wonder Woman couldn't stop Steppenwolf by themselves. They could hold him off, but they couldn't stop him by
So
themselves.
all in the same fight, Superman
Had to come over there and help.
Superman helped break the cube, save civilians, and fight the most powerful being the world has ever seen. All in one fight
you
scene.
seen it?
Come on.
That's,
saw it.
that's what my
Come on, man. That's
You
way-
saw it. You
Come
saw it.
on, man. If you can say, all right, well, he needed Superman came in and he needed to fight Steppenwolf, so everybody else could do what they got to do. So everybody
Exactly.
fight. That's
That'd
fine.
been better.
That's fine. But now you saying he's helped everybody do their own job.
Everybody needed help.
Come on.
You need
Except
some.
Superman.
And in the
Except
situation,
Superman.
What do you
Except
mean he didn't need? What are you talking about? He was the one. He was the one who was here to. He was a support. Basically, he was a support. He supported
they would have
everybody.
supported
Yeah,
him.
No, he supported everybody. He literally he wasn't doing one job, so therefore he supported.
But everybody couldn't do their job without him, which
Right.
means he.
They did do their job. There was just more. It was just more for them to do and they needed help.
Right,
And
they
he
couldn't
came.
beat Steppenwolf.
couldn't
They
beat-
couldn't break the cubes apart without him. They couldn't save the civilians. So they
You know,
were his support.
They would have failed without it.
Exactly.
They were not a fail. They were a perfect team, and he was part of that team.
No, but without him, they would have failed.
would've failed.
All
All the-
nobody could do this job without Superman.
But he's part of that team. No, he just helped support parts of their. Of
They
what
wouldn't
were
beat
doing.
Steppenwolf.
They couldn't
wouldn't have saved all
no,
this.
They couldn't do any of that without him. And
Right,
he couldn't,
right.
and
So
he
they
couldn't,
supported
and he
him.
couldn't do any of that without them.
He could've- he could've
couldn't
beat
do all
Steppenwolf,
those
though.
different.
He could've beat Steppenwolf.
He couldn't beat everywhere, but he still couldn't be everywhere else without them. He didn't have time to do
Right.
every single thing at the same
Because
time.
he didn't use all the super speed. Because he didn't use the super speed. If
He didn't use super speed, which
When?
is why he got around everywhere where he was. He used super speed to get everywhere.
I'm saying, according to you, he's just as powerful as ever he needs to be, right?
Yes, he was.
Right, so if let's say the rest of the Justice League wasn't there, right? So he would have probably got a little faster to go help somebody else. He would got a little stronger to break the cubes apart without.
He would have got a little smarter.
Yeah, he got a little smarter. So you really every time Superman steps on the scene, whatever the situation is, he assesses it, and everything grows to assess
Doesn't everybody
that.
else assess everything when they get on the
Yeah,
scene?
but not everybody's abilities gets to the point where they need. They just have to overcome at some point.
It just so happens that he has the ability to do everything that is needed.
You don't need one hero to do everything. You don't need one hero to do it. For instance, Captain America is the
Why
symbol.
not? Why can't there be a hero to do everything? Why can't there be a hero to do
Because
everything?
then that takes away from the story.
But it
The
didn't.
best storytellers are when superheroes have to overcome something so great that it's bigger than them. And the best team stories,
You know the thing
Didn't
they had
he
to
do that?
overcome in the movie. The thing they had to overcome in the
Didn't he do
movie
that in
was
Man of
him
Steel?
dying.
Yeah.
Him being dead. That was it. It wasn't.
Man of Steel was in my opinion, is the best Superman movie of all time. And that's the one time I'm like, all right, he's not too powerful for this movie because everything is just powerful. Now he's overcome because he's got to fight a bunch of Kryptons who have the same ability as him, and they're trained. I don't have a problem with that, Man of Steel. Everything else, wait, come on, brother. When he was in Man of Steel, he had to overcome that he didn't know he wasn't a trained fighter. He had to overcome that it was like 6. And when he was in Smallville, it was like
It was 3.
Two. It was 2 on 1. You know what I'm saying? He had to overcome that. I don't have a problem with that because the situation was worse. Situation
It was a
was out
dire
of hand,
situation.
and you found a way.
Right.
Without getting more powerful, you just found a way with the stuff you had around. Like MacGyver. MacGyver got out of all these situations with finding stupid stuff around. Came up with stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's none of outside of Man of Steel. Name some other time he had to do that.
Every other time he just had to overcome.
He just got more powerful. That's not overcoming anything. Like for instance, I was reading after the first Batman Rebirth story with Tom King, the very first issue when he had to save that plane. You thinking on the joint, how's he gonna save this plane?
He was planning on dying.
Yeah. He found a way to save the plane. He was going to sacrifice himself until those 2 other super beings came.
Yeah.
But until that, he had to find a way to overcome, and he did.
He was going to die.
He was going to die. And he was asking Alfred, "Is this a good death?" He overcame, and he would have saved those people.
Symbol of hope.
You can have Captain America as the symbol of hope of Marvel, and he doesn't have all these superpowers.
He is. He's enhanced.
He's enhanced, but he has vulnerability.
He is
You can cut Captain America. He bleeds.
And he heals.
With
and he
anything.
heals. He heals extremely fast.
He heals it, but there's always a limit. Where's Superman's limits?
He has a limit. That's why he gets powerful after as the comics progress.
He got more powerful. That means he has no limits.
You don't know.
Yeah.
He does have limits, which is why he's progressively getting stronger as comics have gone on.
If you say he's getting stronger, then that means he doesn't have a limit. There's no ceiling for him.
There's
a ceiling for Batman. You can only get so much. There's a ceiling for.
Your point is
he can't get but so strong.
You're trying to say he doesn't have a ceiling. They just haven't given it to him yet. He just keeps
until they give him a ceiling, I'm gonna have to say there's no ceiling.
No,
that's true.
You're just going to have to sit there and wait till it happens. You're going to say there's no ceiling.
But what if they never do it?
Then okay, he's a
then he doesn't have a ceiling.
That goes to his point, though.
Right.
Then when we get to that, we haven't got to that point yet.
You never know you get to that point until they say you will never make another Superman comic ever again. Until that happens, you'll never we'll never use Superman.
Yeah, that's never happening.
Until then, you can't say we got to sit back and wait. I'm only going by the information that was given. The information given to me is anytime something's more powerful to him, he gets more powerful. He has no ceiling.
We need to have them in the comments talk about, because this is actually, y'all both making great points. For real.
I've been dealing with this for the last.
I see.
Wow.
But his points are making the same. Y'all both making very good points.
Well, we can't decide. We can't decide, and the man in the middle can't decide either. So you guys, let us know how you feel about it in the comments. If you like what you see, hit the like button. If you love what you see, tell a friend and hit the subscribe button and hit that bell on the side so you can get notified when our next video drops. This will go on and on forever. You know his side. You've heard his side. You've heard my side. And he can't decide.
They both make a lot of good points. I mean,
is Superman overpowered? Let us know. Till next time. Bye.